Kolkata experienced a strong earthquake tremors on Friday morning at 10:10 am. The quake measured 5.2 on the Richter scale and continued for almost 20 seconds. People rushed out of homes and offices, but no damage has been reported so far. Tremors were also felt in Cooch Behar, South Dinajpur, Malda and Nadia district. According to officials, the epicenter was in Bangladesh, where several regions recorded strong vibrations. Disaster teams in both countries are monitoring the situation, but everything is currently under control and normal activity has resumed. A major revelation has surfaced in the Delhi blast investigation. Agencies discovered that a Jaish-e-Mohammed handler named Hanjullah operating from Pakistan had sent 40 bomb-making videos to arrested accused Dr. Muzammil Shakil. These videos were part of a white-collar terror module designed by Maulvi Irfan Ahmed. Investigators believe that Hanjullah might be a code name, as similar references like Hanjullah Bhaiya have appeared on Jaish posters. The agencies are now closely tracking digital link and communication routes to identify the entire network behind the blast plan. Chief Justice of India B.R. Gavai during his farewell ceremony said that although he follows Buddhism, he considers himself a completely secular person. He shared that this belief came from his father, who was a follower of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Today marks his last working day at the Supreme Court. Justice Suryakant will take charge as the 53rd Chief Justice of India on November 24th. Several judges and senior lawyers praised CJI Gavai for promoting constitutional values, judicial reforms and speedy justice during his tenure. The Supreme Court will today hear the Kerala government's petition seeking to halt the special intensive revision of the voter list. Kerala argued that with local body elections scheduled for December, there is a shortage of staff and rushing the SIR may affect the quality and accuracy of voting rights. So far, 10 petitions have been filed against the SIR process, while 12 states have already distributed forms to 99% of their voters. The centre maintains that SIR is important for clean and updated electoral rolls. The court's decision is being widely watched. Tragic incident took place in Gujarat, Godhra early Friday morning. 4 members of a family died after toxic smoke filled their home. A fire started in a sofa placed on the ground floor late at night, and because the house was closed with glass windows, the smoke could not escape. The victims include Kamal Bhai Dasi, his wife and their 2 sons. The eldest son, Dev, was supposed to leave today for his engagement ceremony. Fire officials suspect a short circuit caused the sofa fire and a detailed investigation is underway. New York's Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani will meet US President Donald Trump today for the first time. Ahead of the meeting, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt commented jokingly that a communist is coming to the White House, but later clarified that President Trump is open to dialogue with everyone. Mamdani initiated this meeting to discuss the city's rising inflation and housing crisis. He is expected to present his plan for affordable housing and public welfare. The meeting is seen as a crucial start to his new political relationship with the federal administration. A fire broke out at the main venue of the COP30 climate summit in Belém, Brazil. At least 13 people were injured, but all of them are reported to be out of danger. India's Environmental Minister Bhupendra Yadav was present at the venue when the fire started, but he and the Indian delegation were safely evacuated. Initial reports suggest that an electronic device may have triggered the fire, but officials are examining all possibilities. The summit continues as scheduled, with global leaders focusing on climate finance and emission target. China has imposed a complete ban on all seafood products imported from Japan. This move has created a big opportunity for India, as Chinese buyers are now turning to Indian exporters to fill the supply gap. Shares of Indian seafood companies jumped sharply. Avanti Feeds surged nearly 10%, while Coastal Corporation stock rose around 5%. Industry leaders say this could significantly boost India's seafood export market over the next year. With rising demands from China, Indian companies are preparing to expand production and meet global standards. The Indian stock market opened weak today as the Sensex slipped 350 points and started trading near 85,250. The Nifty also dropped by around 70 points, showing overall pressure in the market. Metal, banking and realty sectors stock faced the most selling as investors turned cautious due to global market worries and profit booking. Experts say volatility may continue throughout the day. Mid-cap and small-cap shares also showed weakness. Traders are advised to stay alert and avoid high-risk position until the market shows a clearly recovery trend. Big setback for Team India ahead of the second test against South Africa in Guwahati. Opener Shubham Gill has been ruled out due to injury and wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant will take over as captain. The match begins tomorrow and India are already under pressure after losing the first test badly. South Africa look strong and confident while India must fix their batting issues to stay alive in the series. With Gill out, India may try a new top order combination. Fans are hoping the team avoid a clean sweep and makes a strong comeback. Himachal Pradesh is facing intense cold conditions as temperatures in 27 cities have fallen below 10 degrees Celsius. The state has also recorded 89% less rainfall than normal in November, creating concern for farmers and water storage. Meteorologists say that no significant rain is expected in the next 6 days, which may worsen the dry spell. Popular hill regions like Shimla, Manali and Dalhousie are witnessing sharp temperature drops, forcing locals and tourists to stay indoors. The weather department has advised people to take precaution as cold winds may increase further. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.